What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WeSportin podcast. We're back for more NCAA basketball. We are here with the tournament, and we are going to be breaking down our first round predictions. There are a lot of predictions. There are about 32 games, so who do we think is going to win? We're going to briefly go through each game. All right, so the first game on the board is Gonzaga versus Norfolk State or Appalachian State. Guys, it's pretty simple here. Gonzaga. Because it's Gonzaga.
Got him. Dogs.
Dude, I don't know. This might be hard, but I'm just kidding. Gonzaga.
It's only 16-1 upsets only happened once, and guess what? It's not happening a second time here.
Nope. Next game, Oklahoma Sooners and the Missouri Tigers. Guys, I got Mizzou in this 8-9. With the way Oklahoma ended the year, Missouri is just good enough to win this game.
For very similar reasons, I also have Mizzou coming out on top of this game. I don't see Oklahoma picking back up their momentum.
I love Oklahoma, but it's not looking good for them. Let's go with Mizzou.
All right.
Across the board so far.
Creighton Blue Jays versus the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos, the first 5-12 matchup. Me as a member of the Big East, I got Creighton. When Creighton's on, they're lights out and they can blow teams out like my Bulldogs saw in the Big East tournament. But I still think they'll win there regardless. But this offense in the upside, sheesh.
All right, yeah. And in that game, I'm actually going with our first upset. I actually am going to take Santa Barbara in this game. I think the Gauchos are going to be able to put up just enough defense to throw off Creighton enough to pull out a win.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a realist. I'm just going to go with Creighton. I just don't see that happening. Creighton's pretty good. And
They're a very good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Next game, Virginia Cavaliers and Ohio Bobcats. This is my first upset of the tournament where I'm taking the Ohio Bobcats. I mean, Jason Preston in Ohio, amazing story. Virginia coming off of COVID. They're going to be rusty. Ohio season is continuing on for at least one more game.
Very interesting. When it comes to this game, I do follow similar mindset to you where I think Virginia coming off their COVID break is going to be a little rusty, but I think it's going to be a close game. And I think Virginia's free throw domination is going to be able to put them on top. So I got Virginia in this one.
I'm going to go with Virginia as well. Let's go with the defending champs. They're coming in here as defending champs, so let's see it.
Seems so long ago, but they are indeed the defending champs.
That's also true. We didn't have a tournament last year. Next game, the USC Trojans versus either Drake or Wichita State. This is going to be a play-in game. I, regardless, have USC. I think the duo of Evan and Isaiah Mobley are just going to be too good. USC's size. Drake or Wichita State, whoever wins won't match up. I got the Trojans.
Yeah, I'm on a very similar mindset to you on this one. Oddly enough, if I had to pull out kind of like an actual prediction for that playing game, I think Wichita State's going to be able to pull out the playing game, but I think Evan Mobley's going to dominate them size-wise. I've got
Will it matter who wins that playing game?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, Evan Mobley's a beast. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This man came out high out of high school, and he's going to take them all the way. Not all the way, but they'll take him all the way past the first round.
Let's slow your roll right here.
Out of the first round.
Nice. Very good take from Mystery Guitar Man up in the corner. Now we got Kansas versus Eastern Washington. I have the Jayhawks, even though they're rough off of COVID. They're not gonna lose to Eastern Washington here.
Yeah, once again, we see eye to eye on a lot of these things. I don't see
great minds think alike. Pure and simple.
Yeah, you know what they always say. But yeah, I don't see the Jayhawks stumbling enough to lose this one. Do I think that they could be rusty enough to make this maybe not a double-digit win? Absolutely. I think it could be a game, but I don't see the Jayhawks and their experience losing this game.
Yep.
Yeah, Kansas Jayhawks. I mean, there's no if. Like I said, I mean, they're a great basketball team. Having a little bad time with COVID right now, but they'll be there. They'll be there.
Yep.
Just wait on it.
Next game, the 7-10 game, Oregon versus VCU. And I know we're going to have differing opinions on this. I got the Ducks. Honestly, I think people are sleeping on the Ducks. I think they're a very talented team. I think their guard play, I think they're going to win this game. I think they have a shot to go pretty far.
Yeah, and I think here's where we have our first major differing opinion. For some reason, something sticks to me this game where I don't see Oregon winning this game. And I don't know why. I don't have like particularly solid reasons of this is exactly what's going to happen, but I don't know. I have the Shockers in this game, and I think part of it's going to be I do think it's going to be a very close game.
You mean the Rams?
Who are the Shockers? That's Wichita State.
That's Wichita State.
Dang it, thinking the wrong team. Yeah,
that's all right. You got
see
VCU anyway. Enough said.
Yeah, I do have VCU.
Yeah, I'm gonna go VCU as well. I just really did not like Oregon's play in their tournament, and Oregon State did end up winning, and I like VCU's chances. They actually lost in the championship game, but they're gonna be looking to bounce back.
Yeah. Now we got the 2-15 in this region. Iowa versus Grand Canyon. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Iowa.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
You want to do the next? You want to do the same thing with the next one? Michigan versus Mount St. Mary's or Texas Southern.
It doesn't matter who. Michigan.
I don't know, bro. Texas Southern might just do something. Who knows?
I mean, hey.
Now dude, ever since that Virginia game, I don't count any 16 teams out anymore. Like I'll look into them.
That's you know what, fair enough.
It's very fair, but
fair enough. But
I just think Michigan has too many weapons, even with losing livers, for them to drop this game.
It's not a discussion. Michigan's gonna win. 8 and 9. LSU versus St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies. This one is a toss-up for me. I've gone back and forth, but I like the way LSU played in the SEC tournament. They went on a run. They're hot. I think LSU can take this one home.
Yeah, I very much was in the same aspect of this is such a toss-up in my mind. I feel like it could go either way. But I think the Bonnies are actually going to pull it out. I think their defense is going to be able to put up enough of a fight against LSU to get them the win.
Well, it really comes down to both teams. One won their tournament, the other one lost in the final seconds. That's how I look at it. But if I'm going to ride with the momentum right now, I'm going to go with LSU. I'm going to say that they're really mad about that Alabama loss, and they're going to come out swinging. All
right. The next game, another 5-12, Colorado Buffaloes and the Georgetown Hoyas. Guys, I'm a Big East guy. Hoya paranoia is continuing for one more game at least. Let's go Georgetown. A win for Georgetown is a win for everyone.
Sounds like a political campaign.
I've been saying that all Big East tournament, and I will.
Drew Westland way.
Westland way. Go Georgetown.
Yeah, I mean this one's a very interesting one for me. I've gone back and forth on this one as well. Whether or not I think this Georgetown run is a bit of a fluke, or whether or not they can keep that momentum going. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge fan of Patrick Ewing as a coach, but I think their momentum is going to keep going, and I've got Georgetown in this first round.
Yeah, I want to be very clear. I don't like Ewing that much as a coach either, but go Hoyas.
I think they've got the right mix of motivation and momentum going into this tournament.
Agreed.
They've got enough of a chip on their shoulder to do some damage.
Yeah.
Nico?
Well, this is gonna be my first upset, but I really want to call it an upset because we're all picking it. So I'm just gonna go Georgetown on this one as well. Coming off of momentum after winning the Big East tournament. So
no disrespect to Colorado, but I like the way that this matchup is coming for Georgetown off of their tournament.
Plain and simple, Hoya paranoia. The next game, Florida State versus UNC Greensboro. Florida State's all right. I'm not a big Florida State fan, but they're not going to slip up here. I got the Seminoles.
Very almost exactly as how I would put it. I don't see Florida State slipping up in this game. I'm not a big fan of theirs, but I don't know what Greensboro could do to stifle enough of FSU's offense to beat them in this game. So I've got Florida State. Nico?
Yep, I got Florida State as well. No ifs, ands, or buts. This team's really good, and I don't see the other team beating them.
Now this is where things get interesting. The 6 and 11. This is also a play-in game.
Nico raises the sunglasses.
Nico raises
ready.
Glasses. BYU versus Michigan State or UCLA. Now I'm going to predict the play-in game right here and say Michigan State's going to take that because I think Michigan State's going to beat BYU, much to Nico's happiness. Tom Izzo owns March, and he will have that Spartan team ready to roll.
Yeah, and there's no denying Tom Izzo's experience in March. I do think that Michigan State's going to top UCLA in that play-in game. But something about this game just kind of rubs me the wrong way, and I think I actually have BYU to win this one. I think BYU is going to come out with a little bit of a better defensive game than Michigan State has. Michigan State has not had their way against a lot of teams' offenses. So as much as Michigan State has had some great wins, I think they tend to play up or down to their opponents. And I don't think BYU is as good of an opponent as a lot of the ones that Michigan State has beaten. So as much as I think that Michigan State's going to come with a chip on their shoulder trying to do some damage, I'm not sure if they're ready and they're going to come with the correct mindset to beat this BYU team.
Fair enough. Sparty, who you got?
Well, you know me, I'm a big.
I wonder.
I'm a big Sparty fan.
You want to take the Spartans now?
I actually have BYU.
Oh,
wow! That's.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
Here's the thing, guys. Michigan State is amazing. I love Michigan State to death. But dude,
we are first round. How amazing can they really be?
But we are so bad to the point where we just didn't even win we got blown out in that Maryland game. So I don't really care if we win in, and if we win more games, that's freaking fantastic. But I got BYU.
The man who claims that his team is going to the Sweet 16 doesn't even have his team getting out of the first round. What a shame.
Hey.
I'm just manifesting it. Shut up.
He's just don't question. He's trying to reverse psychology their way into like a national championship win or something.
Who is Michigan State at this point?
All right, the next game: Texas versus Abilene Christian. Abilene
Christian.
I'm a good Christian boy. Back on track. I have the Longhorns. Texas is the biggest boomer bust team in this tournament. I think the good Texas team will show up here, but then again, I will not be shocked if this is a 14-3 upset if Abilene Christian somehow takes it and Texas implodes. But I'm going to take Texas for right now.
Yeah, I think it would take a massive Texas implosion for this one to go the Abilene Christian way. So I've got the Longhorns in this one. I like their team. I like their depth. I think they're going to come out on top pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Nico?
Yeah, I got the Longhorns. Longhorns.
Looks like
plain and simple.
That's all I got to say.
That's pretty simple. The UConn Huskies and the Maryland Terrapins, another 7-10 matchup. Guys, I'm sticking with my Big East teams. I actually really like UConn. James Bouknight, this team, I believe the UConn Huskies has the potential to make a deep run in this tournament. I think they have the makings of it.
Yeah, and I actually agree with you on this one. I think Bouknight has a really good leadership role in this team, and with him back, I think he's leading the Huskies in the right direction. I like Maryland as a team. I like what they did to Michigan State. It proves that they have the ability to impose their will on some teams, but I don't know if they're going to have enough to beat this UConn team. So I got UConn.
I got Maryland in this one.
Wow.
They beat Michigan State, but I mean, Maryland's on a bad team. I can see them beating UConn in this first round game. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
And the one thing I do have to say about this game is for Maryland to win this game, I forgot who it was, but watching that Maryland Michigan State game, they do have that one very defensive minded guard. If he's able to actually take Bouknight out of the game, I think Maryland has a chance. But if they start letting Bouknight get his way, I don't think Maryland's going to be able to pick up the slack in the other categories. Maryland's not a good enough shooting team to do it.
Yeah. The next game, 2 versus 15, Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Iona Gales. Alabama's a good enough team to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
College football teams be damned, but I think we all got Alabama winning here.
Apparently, Nick Saban became a basketball coach too.
Right.
Yeah, quite frankly, I don't dislike this Alabama team. I like that they have a lot of veteran depth that I think that's going to do well when it comes to the madness that comes in
Alabama's
March.
winning, bud.
But yeah, no, I definitely have Alabama in this one.
All right, another 1-16 game. This time in the South region, Baylor versus Hartford. Baylor Bears. We're moving on.
No question about it.
It's a 1-16. We're just gonna move straight on, Nico. You don't even need to say a word.
It's Baylor.
8-9. North Carolina versus Wisconsin. I like Scotty, but I gotta roll with the Tar Heels. Wisconsin has not been playing well, and North Carolina can beat this team any which way. Shooting down low. I don't like Wisconsin. I got the Tar Heels.
Yeah, and this one I've got the Tar Heels as well, mainly because I really like the front court that the Tar Heels bring. I think that Wisconsin's not going to be able to match up with it very well, and I think that Wisconsin's going to try to shoot themselves back into the game, fail, and I think that Tar Heels are actually going to steamroll them in this one.
Yep. Nico?
I just really don't like agreeing with you guys anymore. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin here. In the last 5 games, they've only lost by 4 to 5 points. If they can just close out their games, I mean, hey, let's
Yes,
not.
that's
Agree
a
to disagree.
massive if
But
though. If they can close out their
game,
games.
do it. Just saying.
Oh, you heard it here first, guys. If they can do it.
Right? If you do the thing and you do it right and you don't screw it up, it works.
It just works.
Now let's go to our other 5-12 matchup. Villanova versus Winthrop. This is an upset that I have. Without Colin Gillespie, this Villanova team is not that great. James Robinson Earl can only do so much, and this Winthrop team is dangerous. I have the Winthrop Eagles winning.
Villanova has proven that they are a great home team and a very mediocre team almost everywhere else. Without Colin Gillespie, they are even more mediocre. I got Winthrop.
Like I said, I hate agreeing with y'all. I'm gonna go Nova. You just can't pick against them.
I mean, you could. Tim and I just did, but that's beyond the
You've
point.
just proven that we can. But.
Yeah. Now we got Tim's Purdue Boilermakers versus the North Texas Mean Green.
I can't make that sound, so sorry.
Well,
unfortunate.
As Purdue fans say, let's go Purdue basketball. Woo! I got the Boilers. I like the makings of this Purdue team, and I believe they can hang with the best.
As a Purdue basketball fan, I'm not sure if any of us have ever said that specifically, but I definitely got the Boilers in this matchup. I don't think North Texas is going to be able to have anything to match up with the size they have. So Boilers all the way in this one.
You know what? I was told by a Purdue fan that that's what you guys did. If I was lied to, well, then
the disappointment.
I got the
trip. Anyways,
I got the Boilermakers. I got the Boilermakers as well.
All right, that's pretty clear. Now we got Nico Hernandez's favorite team versus Utah State. Nico's favorite team being the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And I have Nico's favorite team winning. Although they've slightly underachieved this season, they'll win here. I got
Tech. I think you're right about this one, that they have underachieved a little bit, but I mean, Nico knows how to choose a favorite team. And I really like the Red Raiders in this matchup. I don't think Utah State's going to be able to hang with them. I got Red Raiders.
Guys, number one, I hate them with a burning passion. But
no, you love Texas Tech.
But
what do you mean?
But sadly, I'm gonna go with Texas Tech to win the first
game. Moving on.
You'll love to see it.
Moving on. Arkansas versus Colgate. Another team named the Raiders. Colgate are the Raiders, and I have the Colgate Raiders winning this one. This is my big upset of the first round. Colgate's offense will absolutely stun the Razorbacks. They ain't going to be able to recover. Go Colgate.
And this is actually a massive upset that we talked about this beforehand, actually, and looking into it a little bit further, I'm actually going to have to agree with you here. I actually really like Colgate now that I did a little bit more research into them. I think their offense is going to be really hard to stop, and I don't think Arkansas is the team that's going to have the defense to do it. So I got Colgate in this one.
Y'all ready for this? Arkansas says no.
I got Colgate winning this one as well.
Wow, all three of us went with a 14-3. That's kind of wild.
Well, it's called March Madness for a reason.
It's just because if you're named Arkansas, I just don't see you going any further.
Kansas.
You're also picking a team that has the same name as a toothpaste brand. But moving on, Florida versus Virginia Tech. I have the Hokies. Virginia Tech is a tough out for anybody, and this is going to be a battle for Florida. Not one I think they can win. I got Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting one, and I think it's absolutely going to be a battle. I went back and forth with this one in my head, but I think in tournament time, and this kind of is a common thing in a decent amount of my matchups, I like teams that I think will be able to close out close ones with their free throw shooting. And I think Florida is going to be able to come out on top in this one, but I absolutely see this one as being a very close game. Could go either way.
Well, it's March, and I think we can all agree if there's one team that knows how to play March Madness the right way, it's Florida. I'm going to stick with Florida.
All right. Now we have the 2-15, Ohio State versus Oral Roberts. I got the Buckeyes. They're good. They're a good basketball team. Simply put, better than Oral Roberts. Buckeyes are winning.
It's pretty plain and simple on this one. And fun fact, I will actually be at this game. So very looking forward
that's the
to
ticket you got.
seeing this one. I
In
got
Mackey.
the Ohio State Oral Roberts game. So
Maybe
I'll be seeing
Congratulations.
this one
You'll
on
get to
Friday.
see Ohio State whip Oral Roberts in person.
Maybe Tim
Yeah,
can,
no,
Tim
what'd
can
you
get
say?
some Tim can get some clips for us so we can post them on maybe.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to see from like
The
15
nose
eons
bleeds
away.
with Larry.
Yeah.
You know it.
At least you're going to a basketball game. We haven't
Hey,
said
you know what? With this, I didn't care what game I got. I wanted to see a game, and I wanted to see it in Mackey Arena. I did not want to go my entire freshman year without seeing a basketball game in Mackey Arena. So I'm excited, but I absolutely have OSU in this one.
But Nico, who are you taking in this game?
seriously.
All right, Ohio State moving on.
Here we go.
To the last 1 in 16 matchup, and I think we're all taking the one. Illinois versus Drexel. Illinois.
Drexel's a cool name, but I don't see them topping the Illini in this one.
Hey,
Illinois
they got a
is
cool
just
mascot, the Drexel
darn good.
Dragons, but like, no.
Illinois is just too good for this one.
Their name is dope, but Illinois has this one.
I'm glad we agree. But now here is my favorite 8-9 matchup of the first round. The Loyola Ramblers versus the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. I believe this is the biggest toss-up of the first round. I like Georgia Tech. They're fun to watch. They're a good defensive team. They're scrappy, but Loyola is a better defensive team. They're very good fundamentally. I think Loyola's defense wins out here. Let's go Ramblers.
Yeah, I agree with everything other than you say that Georgia Tech's defense is very scrappy. I'm not sure if I really like Georgia Tech's defense, and that's the reason why I have the Ramblers in this one. The Ramblers are a stifling defensive team.
Well, that there's no debate on.
Yeah, they're a really good defensive team, and they actually shoot the ball pretty well as well. Now, granted, obviously they don't have the greatest strength of schedule, but I really like the Ramblers in this one. So to me, it's not actually as much of a toss-up as you may think it is.
I think
it really did come down to me. Me and Drew were talking earlier. We were saying how this is a defensive battle, but it's March, guys. The Ramblers know what's up nowadays. Let's go Loyola.
The Ramblers are starting to turn into a almost a tournament staple in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
What shining moment. Now, the next game, the Tennessee Volunteers versus the Oregon State Beavers. I mean, the Beavers have been sneaky good. They've been playing really well. I like Oregon State, but I think Tennessee, although I don't like them that much, I think they'll have just enough talent to squeak by Oregon State here. I'll take the Volunteers.
I've got the Volunteers as well in this one. I do like Oregon State's play as of late, but I don't think they're going to be able to pull out enough tricks out of their sleeve to be able to pull this one off. I got the Volunteers.
Oh, here comes Nico's upset. I got Oregon State winning this game.
Because of course you do. Why don't you?
If anyone has any problems with it, you can call me at Tim's number.
Yes,
Right
call Nico by calling Tim. That makes perfect sense.
Am I your agent or something?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
All right,
Yeah,
Agent Jerkface. All right, so we got the 4 seed versus the 13 seed, Oklahoma State versus Liberty. Nico's actual favorite team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. I have them winning. This is going to be a tough win for Oklahoma State because Liberty is always well coached, always plays tough, but Cade Cunningham is going to lead them to victory.
Absolutely. I agree with you here is what I really like to see is despite Oklahoma State losing out in their conference championship game, they fought till the very end.
Yes,
and Cade Cunningham proved that there is absolutely no quitting that man. So I don't see this Liberty team having enough grit to be able to stop him for 40 minutes.
This is the only Cowboys I enjoy watching. Oklahoma State are going to win this game, and yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, how long did you have that joke
like
up
that
your
one.
sleeve, Nico?
He's been waiting to say that this entire video.
Damn right, baby.
The football was upside down.
It was
a moment, man.
it was a nice try. We'll give you that. But
Yeah. All right. San Diego State versus Syracuse. God, Nico, I can't take you seriously. San Diego State versus Syracuse. All right. I got San Diego State. This Aztec team is very good. And if Buddy Boeheim doesn't show up for Syracuse, they're going to get rolled. San Diego State.
In this matchup, I like the San Diego State team, and I'm not a huge fan of the Syracuse team. I like them much less than I've liked some sleeper Syracuse teams in previous years. So I see San Diego State winning this one pretty comfortably.
Nico, are you going to disagree with us like you have been all video?
Nico's living back in like 2016.
Baby, I'm sorry. I like Syracuse's chances coming into this game, and I can see them winning. So,
all right. The West Virginia Mountaineers versus the Morehead State. I don't know their mascot off the top of my head.
It looks like an eagle?
Yeah, I believe they're the Eagles. I don't know. But ain't no mountain high enough for this Mountaineer team. They can play basketball, and I got them going a long way. West Virginia.
I absolutely agree with this one. I think this West Virginia team is a very solid team, and I don't think there's going to be anything stopping them in this first round matchup. Nico?
Yeah, I think it's the first time we'll agree in a little bit. I got West Virginia winning this one.
A little clean sweep.
Now, these last two, we talked about.
These are interesting.
We save the best for last. Well, they just so happen to be last in the bracket, but I digress. We will have some controversy with these last two, and it's going to be a fun one. Clemson versus Rutgers. And we're going to have some differing opinions on this one, but I got Clemson. I know some people here have Rutgers, but let's think logically here. Clemson is being heavily slept on. They have some impressive wins. They know how to hang with the good teams, and Rutgers just doesn't.
I mean, here's the thing. I do agree with your sentiment that Clemson has beat some pretty good teams. They've been able to hang in some big games, but if there's any team that's going to have a massive chip on their shoulder, it is going to be this Rutgers team. This Rutgers program has been absolutely slept on in the last couple of years, and guys like Geo Baker coming in here as a senior, he's dragged this Rutgers program from the ground. And I think the keys to this game for Rutgers are going to be get Geo Baker going, because when he's hot, they are extremely hard to stop. You know you're going to get stuff out of Ron Harper Jr. and guys like Jacob Young. And the other thing, get the pick and roll game going with Baker and Jacob Young and Miles Johnson. If you can get that going, get stuff going on at the rim, Rutgers is going to be a very hard team to stop, because that's going to open up their outside game. I actually have Rutgers in this one.
Oh, wow. Looks like I'm in the minority here.
And I have the amazing privilege of being in between you two people today. And Mr. Drew, football schools just don't do it anymore. I got the Rutgers as well. Ron Harper at the point guard position has been amazing this year for the Rutgers. And Geo Baker has been amazing too. I'm taking the Rutgers. Don't even get me started on the next round.
All right. The last game of the first round, Houston versus Cleveland State. I got the Cougars. I mean, I like Cleveland State. They're fine. I mean, but Houston is slept on. This team has national championship potential at their ceiling. At their ceiling. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Cleveland State's a good story, but the road ends here. Houston. Yeah, I said it, and I'll say it again.
You said that confidently, too.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I'm not as high on Houston as he is, but they have the potential to make a very deep run. Potential being the key word. I absolutely have them in this matchup.
Potential.
Yeah, I absolutely have them in this matchup, but they've got a very interesting path to get to that Elite Eight Final Four.
Yes,
I feel like they could win and could lose almost every one of those matchups between the round of 32 and the Final Four, depending on what Houston team shows up.
Well,
yeah, but they're not losing this one.
No, definitely not.
for any WeSportin people that watch my show, I hate Houston, but I will take Houston in this game and in this game only. Drew, wrap it off.
All right. That'll do it for our first round predictions. We will be back when the first round games are over with second round predictions. Let's see how we do. We have the WeSportin ESPN Tournament Challenge. If you want to make your own brackets, go ahead, sign up for that. See how you do. You're going to compete against us. Maybe you'll beat us. I know you'll beat Nico, but are you going to beat Tim and I? Who knows? That will do it for another episode of the WeSportin podcast. And until next time, we out. Peace.